Hi guys, John here. This is episode 5 of my 30-day challenge, and today I want to talk about something that is practical, something that is tangible, and I just want to impart to you guys something that you can uh, take away and really use for your own business. Hopefully, this is useful for you. Um, I'm talking about the framework that I use and follow in my own business and how it has changed my perspective. Really, it turned it 180 degrees from a complete beginner to now, um, an expert in this field. Um, but really, it has to start somewhere. And when I was starting, it's a lot of competing things, and people are trying to tell me this is the way to go, or that is the way to go, or just basically scouring through the internet, through YouTube, and I came across this post while I was in one of those you know um, hunting mode, and just I was just really thirsty. I was searching for for that knowledge, and I came across this post, and it talked about customer value optimization, which is now in front of you here. And I want to say that the model that I follow is very much similar to this, and the reason why I wanted to show you this is just because how important it is when you see the bigger picture of the business that you're doing. In my case, I'm doing internet marketing, and this, as like what I said, has really turned it around for me. So let's just dive right into it, and later on I'll show you what exactly my business funnel looks like, or business model. So uh, you know go ahead and you can model from it as well. But I'm saying that this is the same model that what I followed, which is the CVO funnel. So this is not originally mine. I learned it and I assimilated it from another source, which is a digital marketer, and I really believe they come up with really good value content. So hopefully, if you came across this, guys, I hope you find a new insight from this, or if you're new to this, then let me go through with it with you. I'm not going to go into too much detail in each one of them because I want to limit this video into something bite size and um, yeah, something just practical. But I want to give you some practical advice later on. Okay, so what is customer value optimization? It is a framework used by a lot of very big chains, very big successful chains like Starbucks, McDonald's, Amazon, Best Buy, you name it. They have their own version of this. And if you understand this, it will give you that knowledge to build a really unstoppable business. So that's what's the title of this is how to build an unstoppable business. And it all hinges into this framework. So it starts off with your product or market fit. Remember in the beginning I said something something like the product really doesn't matter. When you're starting off, you can promote some other people's product. Well, this is similar to this. However, when determining the product, obviously you have to do your own research. If it's a real product, something that is of value to someone who's going to buy it, who's going to transact with you with it. So there's a lot of different philosophy around it, but basically this tells you you need to have a good product and market fit. So the writers of this framework gave a practical advice. So they have what they call an 8-point questionnaire to determine, what your product will give to the customer and how will you be able to answer that. So they simplified it for you, and um, really gave you the details of how you can quickly uh, define what your product is and if it really fits your market. So I'm just gonna go through the questions a little bit here. I'm not gonna delve too much into it, but basically here it is. It focuses on the before and the after state of your customer. All right. So the first question is, what does your prospect have in the before state? Second, what does your prospect have in the after state? Okay, so the keyword there is have. Third question is, how does your prospect feel in the before state? Fourth, how does your prospect feel in the after state? The keyword is feel. Fifth is, what is the average day like for your prospect in the before state? Sixth, what is an average day like for your prospect in the after state? Seventh, what is your prospect status in the before state? And eighth, what is your prospect status in the after state? So these are the 8 simple questions to help you really get through the product and market fit. So it's a really helpful process, and I recommend that you go through it with whichever product that you wanted to promote. Okay, this doesn't limit you to just affiliate marketing or digital product. You can use this in physical products as well if you have an online store. So that's really helpful. How you will find the right market and for your product. Okay, so let's move on to the second part of it, which is basically determining your traffic source. So a lot of people are really struggling with this, and they start with this in mind, that they have a traffic problem. I'm here to tell you that you don't have a traffic problem. You might have a um, you might have a business model problem, or an offer problem, or a measurement problem, but you do not have a traffic problem. I mean, let me tell you why. Why is that so? You see all these icons here, right? These represents most of the traffic sources that we know today. Um, Obviously, there's more that are not listed, but these are the most common ones that are used in internet marketing. So you have your socials, which is Facebook ads, Twitter, LinkedIn. Then you have your email marketing. Then you have your organic or SEO and blogging and social media. And then you have your paid traffic, which are AdWords. So those are the traffic sources. What you need, uh, what is stated is that in this framework is that you simply need to understand, when it comes to traffic, you need to understand these two things: how to measure what traffic is worth to you, to your business. What is the worth of that traffic? You need to answer that. The second is that how to extract immediate how to extract maximum immediate value from that traffic. So that's very important. It's very key. Just think about it for a while. Tactics are worthless if you don't understand this customer value optimization. It's I must say it should be the first thing that you should master and really understand. Get a grips with this framework. Okay, we're gonna go a little bit further down here. So once you get your traffic, you see here in entering the funnel is called a lead magnet. This is like your door offer. Okay, I think this is a very common term in internet marketing. But if you're not familiar with it, a lead magnet is something that is an ethical bribe for your customer to just get their foot in the door of your store. So that's basically the the main purpose of of a lead magnet. So it's an irresistible bribe that gives a specific chunk of value to your prospect in exchange for their contact information. So if you go further down, you follow this route, we go to an offering of a tripwire. The tripwire is something that is really inexpensive, and the sole purpose of a tripwire is to turn your prospects into customers. So it can be an offer ranging from $1 to $20. For high ticket items, it can be higher. But just make sure that your tripwire is something that is also irresistible, and converting your prospect into a paying customer. So we go further down, you have your core product. So a lot of people are stuck with this, because most of the times people start with the core product, but you don't do that. You cannot sell a core product directly to cold traffic. You most probably have tried it. I tried it. I was guilty of this before. When I first started my first store, I was just like hammering my lead pages, my capture page with cold traffic, and offering a core product immediately on the spot. But it doesn't work that way. So that's why it pays to understand this funnel, how it works really. That's where the secret is. That's where the magic sauce is. Um, so you need to understand, before a lead will turn into a customer, they need to offer you first. They need to give you permission to have their contact details, and then secondly, they will be turned into a paying customer from just a prospect to a paying customer, but via your tripwire. And then once they get into your tripwire, then you offer them a core product. You will see huge difference in results when you do this pattern. Then lastly, it's called a profit maximizer. Now this is where the meat is. A lot of core products might not get you that much profit, because it still has to be pricing wise correct and attractive. However, this is where the profit maximizer comes in. As the name suggests, you maximize your profits by offering another product. So what does this look like? It can be, from McDonald's, it can be a direct upsell to a fries and a drink. Or in Amazon, it means you see this all the time when you shop in Amazon. You see, when you're already about to buy a product, you've selected the product to buy, and you see down below something like customers have also viewed this, or frequently bought with. So those are the types of profit maximizers. Why? Because once people buy this is pure profit. Um, Most of your costs will be covered in the core product. You might have a very small profit in it, but the bulk of the profits come from your profit maximizer. That's why it's named that way. And last but not least, you have to create a return path. So what does that mean? Um, it means increasing the number of transactions of your customers. So from here, you go from email marketing to blog to retargeting. You have your social media, and you have your custom audiences for your socials. So there's really no way for them to really escape your machine. And then you do this repeatedly. You see the arrow goes back again. You offer another lead magnet. They go through the process over and over again, and out comes the dollars underneath. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly show you what my funnel looks like, and it's very, very similar to what you're seeing here. So this is a very crude offering, very crude drawing that I made when I was in a cafe, and I'm gonna talk about this later on a different post, but hopefully you learned something from here, and yeah, I'll see you next time.